the channel. Today I'm doing a first impression, my thoughts, review, swatches, and tutorial for this look right here on the brand new Gimme Glow Cosmetics Juicy Olive eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to give you guys my first impressions, my thoughts on this palette. It just came in the mail a few days ago, so I'm so excited to be using this today, showing you guys an up-close look at all of these beautiful colors, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting so patiently for this palette to be released, and I'm so happy. I will put timestamps below in the description box if you guys want to skip ahead to any part of this video. The tutorial for this eye look using this palette will usually be at the very end. So the Juicy Olive eyeshadow palette retails for $30, and you get a total of 6 shades. There's a total of 4 mattes and 2 foiled eyeshadows. This palette is cruelty free. It is also vegan as well, so if you're looking for a really beautiful olive toned eyeshadow palette, this is absolutely perfect. Now, there are no ingredients on the back of the palette or on the box that the palette came in. You have to go onto their website, and there is still no amount of product listed on there, but I'm pretty sure that these eyeshadows are the same size as their other eyeshadow palettes. I have right here the Christmas Morning palette. Yeah, it looks like they're about the same size pans. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I will put it here on the screen how many grams there are, like the size of these eyeshadow pans, but they're really, really large. So I wish they would do that. I mean, you can look at the ingredients on their website, but still, I think that would be better to have it actually on the palette, or at least on the packaging. Really like the packaging. It has this kind of neon sign that says Juicy Olive, and then it says Gimme Glow at the very top. Really cute, simple packaging, cardboard material, as with all of the Gimme Glow Cosmetics palettes. On the inside, you do have a nice mirror, and then all of your shades, and each shade does have its own name. Now on this palette, I do notice that it doesn't have that little cutout to where it's easy to remove the shadows from the palette if you want to depot these. So I'm not going to attempt to pull these out, but I'm pretty sure all of their eyeshadows, you can remove them and pop them in a different Z palette if you want to. So let's go ahead and jump into the swatches. I'm just going to swatch them on bare skin with no eyeshadow primer. So the top row, we have Dry Martini, Cocktails, and Shaken Not Stirred. And then the bottom row, we have Garnish, Dirty Martini, and Vodka-tini. I really loved how these swatched. They feel so buttery smooth. It's that same amazing formula as their other eyeshadows from different palettes. I feel like the formulation is the same across the board. I only have 2 other palettes by them, but it's very consistent. I feel like the mattes are so creamy and blendable and so pigmented. You barely need to touch your brush into these eyeshadows to get full-on pigmentation. You almost have to be a little bit careful. I love the 2 foiled shadows in here. They are so intense. I applied them dry, and they were just so rich and perfect. You don't even have to wet your brush. That is how intense these are. Really impressed with the formula, spot on. I think this palette is going to look so beautiful if you have an olive skin tone, or if you have brown eyes, green eyes. This palette is just going to pop. I love the colors in here. I feel like the palette and color story is really cohesive. You've got Vodka-tini and Dirty Martini is a nice transition color, and then you've got Dirty Martini for like a nice kind of mid-tone transition color or contour color, and then Cocktails is the perfect super rich dark shade, like the deepest green on earth. It's really earthy and beautiful, and you have to be so careful because a little bit, again, it goes a long way. And then again with the 2 metallic shades, oh my goodness. I have Garnish on the inner corner, and I just want to bathe in that shade. I think it's my favorite out of this palette. So those were just my thoughts, swatches on the Juicy Olive palette. I am in love, you guys. I give it a huge thumbs up. I have no words. It really did meet my expectations and the hype, and the swatches, just everything about this palette. I'm already in love. So if you guys want to see how I did this look right here using every shade from the Juicy Olive palette, then just keep watching. Let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so I already applied my eyeshadow primer. Let's get started with this look. I'm going to start off with Dry Martini and apply that on a fluffy blending brush. I'm slightly tapping this on first because it's so pigmented, and I'm just going to slowly pull this into the crease, blending back and forth. And I like to slowly build up these shadows because, again, they are very pigmented, but they blend so nicely. And then to darken things up, we're going to go in with Dirty Martini on a slightly smaller brush, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, tapping on the outer V. That's where I want the most depth and darkness of the look to be, and then slowly pulling that into the crease and blending it really well. Alright, let's move on to the lower lash line, taking that same shade on a pencil brush and applying that all along the lower lash line. And making sure to blend that once more, making sure everything is nice and blurred. And then I'm going to layer Vodkatini over top just to deepen things up a little bit more. I definitely wanted to use every shade in this palette for this look today. I'm taking Cocktails on that same blending brush, a very small amount, and I'm just tapping a very small amount on the outer V. And I had enough on my brush for both eyes, which is crazy. So again, these are very pigmented shades. And I'm just blending that, but keeping it on the outer V. I don't want to pull this all the way through the crease. I'm just going back and forth with these colors until I get the blend that I want. And once again, I'm taking that same shade on that liner brush and just applying this very close to the root of the lashes on the lower lash line. And blending that very, very well. It just adds a nice smoky effect, and I don't know, you see me do this a million times, and that's just how I like to do it. Then going back through with my pencil brush once more, just making sure everything's nice and blended. And I took this flower liner in the shade Serpent, which matched so perfectly with this eye look. And then for the eyelid, I'm taking this beautiful metallic green shade, applied it all over the lid, and I am using this dry. Yes, dry. These are so intense. I was just shocked. And then I'm going through with my brush just to blend out the edges of that metallic shade, or foiled shade, I should say. And then for the inner corner, we're taking Garnish. And once again, I applied it dry. And you're seeing my first reaction. I was really just floored. I just love this color. It's definitely one of my favorites out of this palette. And then to finish out the look, I'm just going to tightline, add a little bit of matte liquid liner just along the lash line. I'm not going to do a wing liner today because these green shades need to stand out and not be covered up. And then again, some mascara and falsies as well. So to finish off this look, I have two different lip options. Lip option one is a soft gloss from e.l.f. And it's just a nice soft champagne color, which I love doing a nude lip with a really bright, colorful eye look. So that is lip option number one. And just a close-up of the finished eye look. I really love how it turned out. And lip option number two, I'm using this brand new shade I just got in the mail. It's called Whiskey and Honey, also from Gimme Glow Cosmetics. And I'm just applying this with a lip brush because I am sick once again. But I really love this lip color. I regret not going with this in the first place, but I thought I would do two different lip options. And that completes this look, you guys. Alright guys, so that is everything. That was my review, swatches, and tutorial using the Juicy Olive palette from Gimme Glow Cosmetics. So happy with this palette. It's everything that I wanted and more. And again, I definitely think that this palette is a must-have for me personally because I don't have any shades like this. I might have one or two from a random palette, but it's so nice to have a complete, beautiful, olive themed green deliciousness palette like this in my collection. I just know I'm going to enjoy and love using this. So I will put a link below in the description box. You can only get their products from their website. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and make sure to leave a comment below. Are you guys going to get this palette? Did you already receive yours? What's your thoughts? Do you like it? I'm personally in love with it, but I want to know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I post every Tuesday Friday, and sometimes on Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single week. I will catch you all in the next video. Remember, smarter beauty is better beauty. Bye, guys.